when the US planned to nuke the moon, a Cold War space race secret. What if I told you that the US once had a top-secret plan to nuke the moon? Sounds like science fiction, right? But this was very real, and the reason behind it will absolutely shock you. The year was 1958, in the middle of the Cold War. The US and the Soviet Union were locked in a fierce competition, not just on Earth, but in space. Then, in 1957, the Soviets launched Sputnik, the world's first artificial satellite. It was a historic achievement, but for America, it was a humiliation. The USSR had taken the lead in the space race, and the US needed to strike back, literally. So, American scientists came up with a bold and bizarre plan. Let's drop a nuclear bomb on the moon. Yes, the US actually had a classified project called Project A119, where they seriously considered detonating a nuclear weapon on the moon's surface. But why? The goal was twofold. Shock the world. A massive nuclear explosion on the moon would be visible from Earth, proving that the US was dominant in space. Intimidate the Soviet Union. It was meant to send a terrifying message. If we can nuke the moon, imagine what we can do to you. But here's the craziest part. One of the scientists involved was none other than Carl Sagan. The future astrophysics legend actually worked on the calculations for the explosion's visibility. So what happened? Well, cooler heads prevailed. Scientists realized that nuking the moon might not be the best idea. The explosion would have given no real scientific benefit and could have contaminated the moon with radiation. Eventually, the plan was scrapped, and the US focused on actually landing on the moon instead of blowing it up. So yes, the US once seriously considered nuking the moon just to flex on the Soviets. But thankfully, they decided to put a flag on it instead of a mushroom cloud. Because let's be honest, can you imagine if history had gone the other way?